Okay, good morning student. Welcome back. See, last session we learned the study of properties of mixtures of iron and sulfur. See, in this session we have to learn compound. Say, the study of properties of compound. Yesterday learn what is the compound? Two or more elements together forming. We are calling the compound. Like water is a compound. Say sodium hydroxide is a compound. See NaCl is a compound. Calcium carbonate is a compound. Sodium carbonate is a compound. See so many compounds is there. See basically compounds is a acid, acidic nature or basic nature or neutral. See so many compounds is there. Glucose is a compound. Carbohydrate is a compound. Cellulose is a compound. See these are compound is made of two or more elements. Okay, is it clear? Now we have to study the properties of compound of iron and sulfur. When the mixture of the ferrous iron fillings and sulfur powder is heated, a black compound is known as iron sulfide is formed. Next we have to see the here in the watch class we have to take the iron fillings, this one iron fillings plus sulfur powder is there. This is a sulfur powder. Okay, we have to take the this is wire gauge. Okay, this is a wire gauge and this is a tripod stand and this is a burner. See, we have to see the when I apply the heat, what will happen? See, iron granules and sulfur powder. See, sulfur, it is a totally, this sulfur powder, it is a strongly binding with iron granules. Iron granules. What will happen? See, this is a form the, it is a iron sulfide. Iron sulfide. We are calling the iron sulfide. See, it is formed the compound. But, see, already learned mixtures. See, we didn't heat that one. Okay? Didn't heat, that's why we can separate the using of physical processes. But here we have to see the ferrous sulfide is a completely, it is a ferrous and sulfur is a completely binding. So it will be form the black in color. So it is a, if I heat, it will form the this compound is a black in. See, this known as ferrous sulfide. See, it does not separate the ferrous sulfide using the physical methods. What I said, using the physical methods, we does not separate. Next we have to see the, say, does not separate using physical methods. Physical methods. We have to see the, if you use the carbon disulfide solvent, see, we can't separate this ferrous sulfide compound. Next, this means that ferrous sulfide compound cannot be separated into its constitute by physical method. Next, we have to see the another methods. Second method, what said when using the sulfuric acid. Say, if you use the dilute sulfuric acid, see, we have to see the already ferrous sulfide is there. See, this ferrous sulfide, see, if we add the H2SO4 sulfuric acid, what will happen here? See, here forming the H2S, say hydrogen sulfide. We are calling this one hydrogen sulfide, and it will form the ferrous sulfate. Okay, see this hydrogen sulfide, see doesn't dissolve, but here is a forming the, see, smell, producing the smell like rotten egg. Rotten egg smell. It is spreading the bad smell because hydrogen sulfide is a, this hydrogen sulfide is a yellowish in color. Next we have to see the third, ferrous sulfate. See, already from the ferrous sulfate we have to heat them. See, this is a thermal condition, means it is a heat. We have to write the heat also, this like. See, ferrous sulfide, lot of light and heat are produced during the preparation of ferrous sulfide compound. See, here is a releasing the lot of heat and light. Heat and light is a producing, and see during the properties, see preparation of carbon compound. Next, this is a chemical change. See, we are calling the, this is a chemical change. See, we are calling the chemical changes. Next, we have to see the ferrous sulfide is prepared by heating together. See, 7 part of ferrous plus it is a 4 part of, so it is a we have to see the here sulfur. See, ferrous atomic number. See, we have to write upside. See, we have to see the ferrous sulfide. See, what is the atomic mass of the ferrous sulfide? See, ferrous sulfide atomic mass is a 56. Okay. Next, we have to see the sulfide atomic mass is a, how much mass is there? 32. See, 32 unit. Okay. See, we have to see the, see 30, 56, 32. We have to write this like also. Next, 7:2. We have to write 7:2 also, this like 7:2. Okay. See, it is a ferrous sulfide. Ferrous sulfide, we have to write this like also. Next, 7 parts of ferrous and see 2 parts of the, which one? Sorry. See this one, 4 parts. See, 4 parts. Okay. 7 parts is a ferrous and 6 part is a sulfur. Okay. Next, we have to see the, here you take the sum of ferrous or sulfide, the excess particles remain, the composition of the compound is fixed. See, which constant present in the fixed proportion by mass, the compound has a definite formula. See, we have to see the, take the fixed compound. Fixed, see, it is a 56 unit is there and it is a 32. See, we have to take the 7:2. Means it will be come to the fixed compound. See, ferrous sulfide. Okay. Next, we have to see the ferrous compound melt at a definite temperature. So it is a required the definite temperature. Ferrous sulfide melt at definite temperature. So it is a definite temperature is a required. Next, we have to see the, This we conclude that compound has a fixed melting point and boiling point. Compound has a fixed boiling point and melting point. It has a fixed boiling point and melting point also. Next, if the ferrous sulfide compound is viewed through the magnifying glass, see no separation particles of ferrous sulfide. If you observe these ferrous sulfide particles under the magnifying glass, there is no separation of the ferrous plus sulfur, and see to be the just the same throughout the its mass from this, and conclude that the compound is a homogeneous mixture. See, that's why this compound for we are calling the homogeneous mixture. Homogeneous mixture we are calling. Next, in case of solutions, what is solutions? We already learned the solutions. Solution is a homogeneous mixtures. We have to see the in a beaker. We have to take the water. This is a totally water, and here is a we have to pour the what is sugar. What will happen? See, sugar is a completely dissolved in the water. See, we are calling the sugar solution. See, this is a homogeneous mixtures. We have to take the strainer and pour. See, is there form any residue? No, because we are calling this is a solution. Solutions are homogeneous substance, and heat, see, evolve or absorb. See, heat is evolving or absorbing. Next, we can separate its component by physical methods. See, we have to see this is a sugar solution is there. We have to take the sugar solution in china dish. Okay, see, this is a china dish, and see, this is a wire gauge. See, this is a tripod stand, and we have to see if we apply the heat on this sugar solution. See, this is a sugar solution. What will happen? See, water is evaporating. See, we will get here is a sugar crystals. Using of evaporation methods, we can separate the liquid plus sugar. See, it shows the properties of its constituent, and it has a variable composition. Compositions also is there. It does not have a fixed boiling point and melting point. See, it does not have a fixed boiling point and melting point. See, does not have, see, melting point and boiling point. For example, salt solution is considered as a mixture. See, and because NaCl can be separated salt by physical process distillation. I took here sugar. See, instead of sugar we have to take the salt also. See, distillation. See, salt solution shows the properties of both constituent salt as well as water. So it is a both constituent is showing this is a salt as well as next we have to see the composition of NaCl solution is a variable. See, their composition is a variable. Is variable. Okay. Next we have to see the liquid which evaporate completely, leaving no residue, is a pure compound. For example, a liquid is there, water. See purified water is there. See, if we pour the purified water in this, what will happen? There doesn't have any residue. See, completely evaporation of this water. We are calling this is a pure form. Pure form. Pure form. See, compound. Next we have to see the liquid leaves behind a residue and evaporating is called mixtures. See, sugar solution. Sugar and water is a mixtures is there. See, water is evaporating, we will get finally is sugar. See, we are calling this is a sugar. Next, in case of alloy. What is in case of alloys? Okay. See, we have to see the alloys. See, at our home, different types of vessels is there, alloys is there, steel, glass is a alloys. Okay. See, next we have to see the alloys is a homogeneous mixtures of metals and see cannot be separated into their components by physical methods. We can't separate these alloys, and even then an alloy is considered as a mixture because see it is also mixtures. We have to see the any alloy. See, it is a steel is there. Steel is a alloy. It is made from ferrous, carbon, and see it is a chromium. See, this like mix of elements and it will form the alloy. See, next we have to see the another one elements also. It shows the properties of constituents. See, for example, we have to see the variable compositions also is there. Brass, we have to see the brass is there. See here, brass means is a mixture of copper plus zinc. Copper plus zinc. See, here is a mixing the variables. See, 20 to 35% adding to these mixtures. See, 20 to 35% is adding zinc. Inside it is a preparation of brass. See, this like number of alloys is there. So many vessels is there at our home. See, we have to observe. Say, so many tins is there. See, steels is there. It will be given to the hardness. And see, this like number of alloys. Coins is there.